What procedure is this? So in fact, one of my submissions is going to be that this petition doesn't lie. It should be dismissed at the outset for the asking. Think about it. This practice has been continuing since when? Since 2017. That's the position where the Act came into force in 2017. We're in 2022. Have they filed a single FIR in the state of Tamil Nadu for violation of the rules?
According to you?
That the above facts are the three reports. The three reports is the ears are mutilated, they are administered alcohol, their tails are cut, the spine is cut, their tails are twisted, that's all, regime is gone. That bulls may continue to be exhibited or trained as a performing animal at events such as Jallikattu in Tamil Nadu and bullock cart races in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Punjab, Haryana, Kerala, and Gujarat in the manner by the customs of any community or practice traditionally, under the customs or as part of culture in any part of the country subject to the following conditions. Mind, just note here there are two aspects. One, custom or part of culture. I'm not going to argue the culture part of it. My learned colleague, Mr. Dwivedi, will do that. But it's covered under custom as well. Then what does it say? On the following conditions. Such event shall take place in any district where it is being traditionally held annually at such place explicitly permitted by the district collector or the district magistrate. 2. Bullock cart race shall be organized on a proper track which shall not exceed 2 kilometers. In case of Jallikattu, the moment the bull leaves the enclosure, it shall be tamed within radial distance of 15 meters. 3. Ensure that bulls are put to proper testing by the authorities of the Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department to ensure that they are in good physical condition to participate in the event and performance-enhanced drugs are not administered to the bulls in any form. That's the change of regime that I was talking about. That's the argument I was making. Ensure that the rights conferred upon the animals under Section 3 and Clause A and Clause M of subsection 1 of Section 11 of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act and 5 freedoms declared by the Supreme Court are fully protected during such events. And provided further that any event of Jallikattu or bullock cart races so organized shall be held with the prior approval of the district authorities concerned. Provided also further that Jallikattu or bullock cart races so organized shall be duly monitored by the District Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals and State Animal Welfare Board or district authorities, as the case may be, ensuring that no unnecessary pain or suffering is inflicted or caused in any manner whatsoever during the course of such events or the preparation thereof. This brought about the regime change.
So challenge that.
Right.
Notification will be challenged.
Yes, very much.
It is why so that the act came in.
Yes, exactly. Therefore, Mother, that's the background to the amendments. Yes, and subsequently withdrawn also. Subsequently also withdrawn at their instance. Well, the notification is stayed, then the amendment, then it was withdrawn. Now kindly see, Malaz, now Section 3 in this context, read section, the amendment to 3. At page 138. Notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 1, conduct of Jallikattu subject to such rules and regulations as may be framed by the state government shall be permitted. When you say subject to such rules and regulations, it has to be consistent with the notification. So it's not absolute. My Lord put it to me. This is not some absolute prescription. I can do what I like. Because your Lordship asked a very fundamental question. Does the judgment say that Jallikattu in any form cannot be done? It can't, Malad. No judicial verdict can say that in no form, unless the act is struck down, that this is per se cruel. Means the fact itself, and that's the argument also that is sought to be made. But that argument does not take account of the fact that the conclusion in paragraph 31 is in the view of the above facts.
Saying that 53, 54, those passages,
Yes,
those have been relied on.
yes.
Saying that it's inherently painful.
Correct. In the light of the above facts. See, just read para 31, Malaj. It just in volume
Yes,
5.
we remember.
Yes. We have to examine in the light of the above facts whether the events that are being done, conducted in the states of Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra are in violation of so and so, so and so. That the above facts are the 3 reports. The 3 reports is the ears are mutilated, they are administered alcohol, their tails are cut, the spine is cut, their tails are twisted, that's all, regime is gone.
Document has been advanced.
Yes, Mother.
That in spite of whatever is produced as whatever provisions are there
Yes,
to prevent cruelty,
yes,
at the implementation level, these are not being followed.
yes, yes,
And it's actually we'll have to lay down some principle that if a law contains many preventive measures, but if in real life it is found that these are violated in toto,
correct.
then would it be open for the court
Yes,
to hold that these provisions are unimplementable and the act remains inherently cruel?
Whereas I hope your lordships do that in another case, not in this.
No, we are asking as
And
a,
I tell your lordships, Mala,
asking you as a legal proposition.
Mala, I'm talking of a legal proposition. I tell your lordships why I'm saying this. Mala, this report that my learned friend relied upon was filed in this court on the 15th of November, one day before the hearing. It is a private investigation. One day before the hearing, the state of Tamil Nadu has not yet been served with this. That's why I said, well, let's leave it for another case.
This one.
This 15th of November. And then they said it's uncontroverted. Whereas we'd like to know what is this procedure in law that a report is filed one day before the hearing. Well, just think about it. This practice has been continuing since when? Since 2017. That's the position where the act came into force in 2017. We're in 2022. Have they filed a single FIR in the state of Tamil Nadu for violation of the rules?
According to you, this report does not have any probative value.
None, zero. Which is why, Malaj, I said maybe in another.
Let's forget about this report.
I'm sorry? Yes,
Let's forget about the report.
yes,
But the argument was that whatever the amendments have been made
yes,
in 2017, these are all cosmetic changes. And the previous provisions and the later provisions, as you say, subsection 2 or section 3, subject to rules. If you go to the rules, apart from only some kind of a cosmetic changes have been given effect to, otherwise the rules standard remain the same.
absolutely. I'll show that, Malaj. I've got the rules, I've got a chart, I've got a comparison. I'll demonstrate to your logic that's completely wrong. Malaj, this is the problem. This is the problem. We're in a 32 petition. We're in a 32 petition. There is no foundation of fact. No foundation. Your lordships are now assuming a lot of facts which are not before the court. And your lordships have been asked to adjudicate that in a 32 petition, being that the changes are cosmetic. Well, what's the judicial basis of deciding that the changes are cosmetic? In fact, Mullah, if your lordships ask me, not as representing a party, this is no process of adjudication. To file a 32 petition, you don't do anything from 2017 to 2022. There's not a single FIR, there is not a single complaint, there is not a single representation. You file an investigation report of an international agency, and Mullah, I'm not criticizing the agency. You file a report on by an international agency one day before the hearing, you don't serve it on the state of Tamil Nadu, and then you make submissions that this is uncontroverted, and your lordships will have to decide on that matter in a 32 petition. How is it possible? If Malaj, he has a grievance on the process, let me answer directly, your lordships, this question. If he has a grievance on the process, there are two ways he can address that grievance. One, he can address it to the government, to the central government, that look, these rules have been made by Tamil Nadu, you have given assent, but see what's happening on the ground. Send the Animal Welfare Board of India to find out what's happening on the ground. Use that report, just as it was done in the 2014 judgment. Use that report on what is happening on the ground and seek redressal. That's one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is to file a suit and say that, look, the state of Tamil Nadu has framed these rules, and these private persons are conducting this Jallikattu in this fashion, which is entirely contrary to the rules, and the state is not doing anything about it.
One thing. Now, this report, it seems that it is by PETA.
Yes.
And this is the petitioner in petition 26.
Yes.
Petition.
Yes.
And subsequent to the submission of this,
Yes.
now they are actually not pressing this.
Yes. Yes. The notification. That's the notification.
No. It is submitted that only the second petitioner is pressing this repetition.
That's the Animal Welfare Board that's gone out of the picture.
That is what I am saying.
Yes. Yes.
We are saying PETA, they have submitted this report.
Yes. Yes.
After submitting the report,
Yes.
now they are not pressing their repetition.
Correct. No,
They are different bodies.
they're different bodies, Mullah.
No, it is better. People for ethical treatment of animals, whether it is one and the same or not. Take the repetition number.
They're a private body, Mullah. They are a private body. PETA is a private body.
That is why.
Welfare board is not this.
Welfare Board is not, Mullah. That's the statutory body, which is the reports, 2013 report this was submitted.
Take this discussion and conclusion towards findings of PETA.
Yes. Yes, I'll take that. That's what they write about.
Only to have clarification on that.
Yes, I certainly clarify, Mullah.
At page number 88,
Yes.
the caption is discussion and conclusion.
Give it to me. Where is my file?
Whether this report is by PETA or any other body.
No, just by PETA, Mullah.
That is why.
Yes.
See the findings of PETA.
Yes.
And now take this repetition. It is the first petition is PETA means the people for ethical treatment of animals.
Animals, correct.
Animals.
Correct.
So that organization is the first petitioner.
That's correct.
That is why we are asking this. After submitting this, now
They have not withdrawn. PETA has not withdrawn.
first petitioner is it says that the second petition alone is it seems that was a submission.
No, PETA has not withdrawn. The first petition in 23 is the Animal Welfare Board of India.
It is in 23.
Yes, in 23, Malaj, not 16, not 16.
It is not in 20.
So, Malaj, so this is, now I would like to know, in the suit, somebody will have to plead facts. Somebody will
There
have
also,
Yeah.
it is the petitioner's report.
Yes, that's precisely my argument, Malaj. That's
That's why.
precisely my argument.
It is the petitioners.
A
Whether they are present or not, it
petitioner, a
is the
petitioner who remains quiet from 2017 to 2022, a petitioner who is a private person doesn't file a complaint, a petitioner who doesn't represent to the central government, a petitioner who doesn't represent to the state government, a petitioner who does not file a suit, a petitioner who files a report on the 15th of November, one day before the hearing, and then asks your lordships in a 32 petition to decide on facts. What procedure is this? So in fact, one of my submissions is going to be that this petition doesn't lie. It should be dismissed at the outset for the asking. A video. I have videos also, Malad. In fact, I have prepared a video. Is that what your lordships are going to do in the 32 petition? See one video, see the other video, then decide what are the facts, and then give a finding, and then decide on whether Jallikattu should be allowed or not. There must be some procedure. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And your lordship notices, Malad, these statistics are based on newspaper reports.
No investigation.
No investigation also. Where is that?
The beginning.
Right in the beginning, your lordships will find that.
The bottom, page 4. Page 4.
Page 4, Malad, at the bottom. 118, it starts. Yes. Kindly see at page 1121. The following statistics have been compiled based on multiple newspaper reports, articles. Now, your lordship knows, your lordships have laid the law on that already. I don't have to say anything more.
Who went to investigate? No names.
Who went to investigate? No names are given. So, well, therefore, I said to your lordships in response.
By an affidavit.
No, not. I have not even been served. An IA is filed on the 15th. Yes, I know. As I said, if somebody had to file a suit, he'll have to prove these facts. And I have to be, and an IA is filed in Article 32. Dehors, malas, other things. And this complete regime change has resulted in a regime which, in fact, deals with all the issues that were prevalent in the previous regime and seeks to deal with them. Now, I will not say, Malas, that there are no violations. There will be violations. You have UAPA, there are violations. Which, under the Code of Criminal Procedure, there are violations. No statute, Malas, at the time of implementation will be demonstrated to have been followed in both law and spirit, in absolute terms. Cannot be. It's never. Do you then say that because one person was injured or one person died or something like that happened, Malas, therefore this should be banned? This is apart from custom, apart from other facts, and in the absence of any determination. So, Malas, my respectful submission is this report cannot be looked at. And other than this report, they have no argument. That's the leitmotif, so to say. The fundamental basis of their submission is fact determined by court, fact sought to be set aside through legislation, therefore separation of powers, therefore rely upon the Karnataka judgment, which determined the allocation of waters, and the legislation sought to set aside that allocation or violate that allocation. What's the relevance of all this here? No relevance at all. By us. In fact, we have filed FIR. The state has filed FIRs against individuals. for violation. 1094, Malas, your lordships will see in the same volume. No, Malas, the formation of committees, all that, Malas, is all done under the new rules. Monitoring, ensuring that there's a veterinary inspection there. There is the space is provided, water is provided, feed is provided. All that is there, Maharaj. Creating awareness among stakeholders, prior arrangements, examination of bulls. There's an examination of bulls that takes place. Avoidance of unnecessary pain and cruelty to the bulls. That's also part of it.
Can you kindly come to page 152, where you have set out the rules?
Yes, 152. Yes, volume 1.
Before that, perhaps 151.
All right.
Because we would like to get a sketch, of how there are different areas.
Yes, there are different
the
areas.
building area, the arena, the bullrun area.
Well, I'll tell you, lordship. There is first a holding area
That's right, where they are brought.
and enough space is given to them.
Space is given, no
Correct? Then they move on, Malats, and there are veterinary
That's right.
doctors
No
who
difference.
examine them.
Now you come
Yes,
to page 152.
152. Yes.
We are at rule 5.
Arena.
Arena.
Correct.
Now, just notice certain features.
Yes.
The arena shall be at least a 50 square meter area.
Correct.
A 50 square meter is obvious, but the elite sites is 50 meters.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
The square area.
Yes.
The bulls will have to be embraced by the participants within this 50 square meter area.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
No problem. There also we will take it that. Now you come to 5.2. That
Yes.
is where, the whole thing. Participants shall not be permitted to stand in front of the bulls as they enter the area.
Correct.
Fine. They shall also not be permitted to block the exit way for the.
Correct.
Fine. The participants,
Yes.
next sentence,
Yes.
shall be permitted only to embrace the bulls
Yes.
by their humps
Yes.
and run along with the bulls for 15 meters or for 30 seconds or to sustain 3 jumps of the bull.
Correct.
Now, just juxtapose this with the last sentence of the paragraph.
Yes.
The 15-meter area shall be liberally strewn with the coir path for cushioning effect to prevent any injuries to the bulls or the participants.
Yes.
Now, when you are entering a 50 square meter area, the entry point, you're putting a carpet.
Quiet.
Yes.
Yes.
No difficult. Now, do you think that the bulls will ever run on the coir path? You're talking about a 50 square meter area. We're just trying to exercise our imagination a little bit. The 15 square meter path from any point of a square, you're taking it on a horizontal basis. We take it.
Correct.
Correct. To the other side of the
Correct.
square.
Absolutely right.
So the bull will be running, in all directions. The
No,
bull is-
no. It doesn't happen that way.
Unless you barricade the bull.
No, the
Unless you
barricade
say-
is on the left and right side so that the public cannot enter.
What I'm saying is something like this. See, when the bull is being ambushed as it perceives it.
Yes.
Bull is under this flight. So the bull is not going to stick to a particular.
It does. Unfortunately, I've seen it myself. It does. Malas. What happens is, I tell you, this is a 15-second exercise.
That's right.
15-second exercise. The bull is running,
The bull
and
is
he
running.
goes
The bull is
on
going
to the back of the bull and embraces the hump, and he does it for 15 seconds. 3 jumps of the bull, and that's over.
What you're saying is, on the ground, you think the bull is going to run only.
He does.
Only in that direction.
He does. Actually, he does.
Okay.
I've seen it, Malas. But anyway, I can't be giving evidence. But yeah, we've got videos to that effect. But be that as it may, Malas, this
So
is
the second point we
Yes.
will ask. You will see that the participants or the human beings are allowed to touch it,
no,
embrace it,
no.
embrace
Only one person.
only
Only one person.
only one person.
Only one person allowed to go onto the bull. Only one person.
Where does the rule provide for that? The participants.
They qualify if there are 2 persons. Malas.
So where is it all mentioned? Because they say participants.
The committee does that, Malas. I'm just telling your
But
lordship.
the rule doesn't say so.
Yeah, but
the
Malas, what we do, what
The
we
rule is elastic in that. To embrace
Yeah,
this
but
embrace area.
The committee
More
monitors.
than one.
Malaz, it is there is no. I mean, we can file an affidavit to that effect, not a problem. But Malaz, I'm telling your lordships, there is only one person. So that Malaz,
Said in the rule.
Malaz, it may not have been said.
See,
We
as
can
long
put
as
it.
there is no law.
We can put it, Malaz, that's not an issue. But this,
Unless we read it down.
I'll put that in the rules.
Because otherwise what you're saying is, what the point that we are trying to make before your sort of elucidation is, you confine the embrace to a area of 15 meters.
Yes,
15 meters is equal to 45, roughly 50 feet.
that's right.
So that is a very short area.
That's right.
The participants eagerly come to make an attempt at, embrace.
One
All of
part.
that.
One part. No, Malaz.
So ordinarily we are saying because you have not said one. And the
Malaz.
rule doesn't say only one. The rule says participants.
Yeah, but
That is
Malaz,
the
one person
delightful
approaches at a time.
way to permit legally also if
One person approaches it at one
until we
time.
read it down.
Malaz, one person approaches it at one time. Malaz, your lordships may record the statement. I have no problems in saying that on instructions. I've seen it myself.
How does it operate? After embracing this man comes
Then he
back.
comes, they say over, it's over, he goes, exits.
No, there we are going to ask you one more question.
Sure.
No, because it's very important that we understand the mechanics.
Yes, sir.
Now we come to rule 6.
Yes,
Now this is 15 meters
yes,
from the entry point of a 50 square meter arena.
Yes.
It's a minimum area of 50 square meters.
yes,
Now you come to 6, which is what is described as a bull run area.
that's correct.
The area after the bull embrace area,
Mhm.
that is obviously the 15 meters.
Correct.
So from the entry point, we envisage that nobody is permitted to wait there. The bull starts running. It's running on a coir path.
Right.
It is running straight. It doesn't run, either direction. It doesn't take sides actually, as in the bull doesn't take sides. A double barricade should separate the gallery
Yes,
from the arena, etc., shall be constructed. Now, the second part, rule 6.2.
after.
After the run of the 15 meters, when the bull enters the bull run area, the participants are not allowed to touch.
Correct.
So be it.
Yes,
The next sentence, the bull run area should cover a minimum of 100 meters length to facilitate the bulls to exit.
yes,
Now, the exit is what is called the bull collection yard,
yes,
as we have been just trying to reconstruct.
yes, correct, absolutely right.
Now, how do you run? How does a bull run of 100 meters when the whole area is 50 square meters?
No. That's the area at the end. Manoj, there's a chart at page 92.
That's why we would like to get the pictorial.
There's a little chart.
After the 15 square meters,
That's right.
then the bull run area is there.
15, not square meters.
15 square
15
meters.
meters.
15 meter is run area.
15 meters is the run area.
It is 15 meters. It
So
can give it
after
15
that-
meters.
After the area is over,
will enter there. Here.
Manoj, just look, there's a chart, Manoj, we'll give it to you. There's a,
What you are asking is this. When you kindly, I have made a pictorial.
Manoj, there is a pictorial thing here, Manoj.
It's a.
Make a photocopy. We are just envisaging because the minimum is 50 square
Manoj,
meters.
I appreciate I just look at it. Manoj, kindly look at page 92 of volume.
92. Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. We'd like to
And
know.
this is the chart, Manoj, that is framed by the under the rules.
Very good.
Just see at that.
I've got a different volume.
Volume
Volume 1.
92
92
of the new
your
compilation,
Just-
of my
just now we
compilation.
supplied.
Just now we supplied.
Oh, 92. This is what we wanted.
Can you just clarify, are we looking at a situation of a bull after entering the arena?
Yes,
There is only one man vis-a-vis one bull? No, if it completes the run and
Yeah.
goes into the resting area,
yes,
during that process, it's just 30 seconds,
yes.
right? So during that 30 seconds, are there more than one man making the attempt, or is it just one
Only
man,
one man making the attempt.
one man and one bull? After
Yes.
that, the bull goes for a resting area.
That's right.
Is that what you are trying to
Yes, exactly. And see, the chart will show, Manoj.
It percentage.
Number of persons will be participating, but persons who have to vote is one person.
One
Where do
person.
you get that? Where is it mentioned?
That the committee decides that, Mother. The committee decides.
No, the rules are silent there. Rules don't have such a thing.
I appreciate that, Your Lordship.
Because why we ask this question is, there is a reason behind our asking the question. You see, when you sort of cram the space as it were, when you bring in regulation and you say the participant will be able to embrace within only this 15 meters, and if it is not one, the result is going to be even more disastrous.
No, Mother, but it's,
Because the bull flight which you are trying to avoid, it will become aggravated because everyone will rush in because you can have it
But that's-
at a go at the bull only
on,
within
on
the
the, on the ground, that doesn't happen like that. I can only, Mother, what can I say to Your Lordship till the facts come before Your Lordship?
The rules. We are
Mother,
going
the
by-
rules-
Because you ask us to go by the rules.
No, I only mentioned to Your
We go
Lordship,
by
there
the
is a change of regime is what I mentioned. But I did not tell Your Lordship that every aspect of
Because
this
every-
particular,
if you
activity-
let us take the rule as it is.
yes,
It has not said participant. It has said participant. It does not say only one will be permitted. So we will envisage and imagine how it will work on the ground with reference to words used in the rule. That's what we are commanded to do by the law also. Now, number of them will swoop on this creature. Because this is the only opportunity they will get. Whereas supposing it's a larger area, you can at least allow for the possibility that they will make a try later on, Here everyone will start at the same time.
it's like this.
Now, secondly, we are asking you even with respect to this map,
All right.
how does